Hey guys, Roger Langell, November 27th, 8 p.m., DS Domination Pro webinar. Welcome everybody from absolutely around the world. Just blown away when I'm introducing and meeting people here. Just if you haven't met me, I did eBay for 10 years, did $1.2 to $1.8 million in sales. You can go fast, you can go slow, but you can certainly make money. It's got a couple different attractions to it. One, you can rock it out and just leave your job, or you can go at your own pace and make a few extra dollars, or you can just see it's there. For me, as I branched out from eBay and did other things, it was always a beautiful cushion to have in place to know that I could just go back to eBay and make a bunch of money. So if you've been on these webinars before, I always fumble around with the first step, and the first step is I just need a word. I need a word to put into Amazon. I always ask, but no matter what word I pick, at least that one person will know I'm being legitimate because it's their word, and everybody else will think I set it up or something, or maybe it's just me being neurotic. When we have our live event in Vegas, I'm actually just going to like kick a ball into the audience. Whoever catches it can just say a word, and I'll do exactly what I'm doing here. But I found this tonight. I was pretty excited. I typed in generate random things. Generate random things. And this isn't training. This is just something I found, a random object generator. So now you guys can go check out this site if you want. It looks like this. Just Google generate random things. And I came over here and I was playing with it. If I put in one and I click give me a list, it says tomato. And if I do it again, it'll say broccoli, fridge, Dove, milk, whatever. So now I have like a random list generator. So it says to go from 1 to 46. I'm just going to type in, oh, let's see, it's November 27th. I'll type in 27. And I'll click, and I'll take like the 10th thing on the list. So it's going to be bottle. So I'm going to start over here on Amazon with bottle. So I'm going to type into Amazon. This is what you'll be doing if you're just getting into trading every day when you get up and get yourself going, or when you get home at night. You'll just come over to Amazon and type in anything, okay? And I'm just going to type in bottle. I'm going to click go. And let's see what comes up. Okay, we got all kinds of bottles that came up here. There's 700 things to choose from. I'm just going to go down the left side of my page because I like home and kitchen. And I'm going to click on home and kitchen, or kitchen and dining over here, okay? And the first thing that comes up is this Thermos Triton Hydration Bottle by Hello Kitty. Okay, this one's going to be a little bit tricky, but, oh, and let me start the recording. This one's going to be a little bit tricky, but we'll start with this. And I'm going to grab part of their title. Now recognize that when I go over to eBay, I'm going to paste this title in. I'm just starting with somewhere. I'm going to paste this title in, and I'm just going to do a search. Now, I don't expect to find the best sellers that are on eBay for this bottle. They're not going to be the best because they're just copying mostly Amazon's title, okay? Like, I don't know that Triton would be a good word. So these are not the best sellers, okay? Now, in the training, I have something like why 18% will fail. And this is a great examination. Somebody wrote at the help desk and asked them to watch tonight's webinar, why 18% will fail. If you don't believe in the system, and you come over in here and you say, okay, it's $7, and let's see if I can find one that's not making any money. Well, they're all making, okay. I went over to eBay, and there was one for sale for $8.99. This doesn't work. Okay. Just ignore that, because once you start realizing that titles are the key to everything and all of this stuff and all the randomness, I mean, the top result is 1187. And if I scroll down here at that 8, whatever it was, 8.99, that's from Babies R Us. Babies R Us is on eBay selling for $8.99, and they're not even the top result when I search those keywords. So the point of it is you don't go down all these rabbit trails and say, wait a minute, this person used this word, and this title's different, and this, oh, I don't know what to do here. You don't do any of that. Your whole goal right now, my whole goal is to find something and say, hey, you sold it for this, and you made money. Now I'm going to out-title you and be a little bit cheaper, and I'm going to make money. And that's it. You don't have to put much more thought into it, okay? So when I'm personally searching, I'm looking for someone that's got it marked up decent to make some good money. So this person clearly has it marked up the most. Now I might click on this, and it might be a total dead end. And that's another reason that people will sometimes fail, is they'll come over here and they'll say, all right, I found a seller. Now, right off the bat, I'm seeing 14 feedback, and I'm not putting much stock into I'm going to get these source items here, but I'll just do it for an example. So somebody might come on here and go, all right, I searched all these items. There's nothing that I can make money at. I quit. Right? I was really going to go for it, but I went over here and I quit. Okay? So don't do that. So I'm going to grab one of these, this log carrier. And they didn't sell those log carriers. It would come up here, right? Now, it would come up here if they had multiples available. If they had 4 available, it would say 1 sold, 3 available, 2 sold, 2 available, okay? But they don't have multiples available, so I'm not going to be able to tell anything by their active listings. So I have to actually look at their sold listings over here. And when I click on that, great, they sold something. How easy is that, as long as they made money, right? So I'm looking, and I'm not seeing this picture here is a little debatable. I don't know if that's an Amazon photo, but I can see that this one's probably an Amazon photo. So I'm going to grab this, and I'm going to see if I can get some good information from their title. Right down here in the description, they got the C390. So that gives me an idea that there's a model number. It'll be easy to find on Amazon for me. So when I go over to Amazon, recognize I'm under kitchen and dining. I'm going to paste this in. I'm going to switch it back to all departments, and I'm going to do a search. And it's there for $17.18. They sold it for $24.50. Okay, so we just started with some random bottle. This sold for $24.50. So I can do this in my head. If you can't do it in your head, there's a calculator you can use, but I can just do it in my head. I can see that 10% of $24.50 is $2.45. Well, I know 5% is a half of $2.45, which is $122.5, so I'll say $122. So 10% of this price here is $24.50. 5% of that is $122. So this is going to be my total fees I'm going to pay. So I'm going to pay $3.67 in fees. What does that mean? When this sells for $24.50, eBay and PayPal are going to collect about $3.67 from me, which means I'll only have about $21 left over. $21 plus $3.67 is $24.67. So I'll only have $21 left over. So that's my net. If I go over to Amazon and say, okay, what was the cost? $17.18. Okay, that's almost a $4 profit. If I want, I can list that for $23.99 and make nearly $4 on that. Okay? So in 10 seconds, every single time I do the webinar, no matter what keyword, I've done lobster, toilet, everything else, I repeat the process over and over again, and I can find multiple items. And normally I teach you what to do when we go from here, but I'm just going to do this over and over again so people just see how simple it is to do. So I used the random generator last time. Go ahead and just throw a word into the question box for me, and I'll use that. Okay, cherry's the first word, and that comes from Lori Thomas. And then somebody wanted me to do chopsticks. How much could you sell chopsticks for? Okay, cherry. I'm going to search cherry. One of these times I'm going to get stumped, and you guys are going to go, you know what? I knew he was doing it for real. Okay, so I'm going to go over the left side again, click on all departments, and they like to move these departments around for me. My biggest fear when I'm on here is there's not going to be any home and kitchen items in the item, because that's, again, what I'm used to looking for. So as I say it, this might be coming to fruition. Okay, home and kitchen, cherry. What's going to come up here? Okay, so we got the OXO Good Grips Cherry Pitter Black. Now, when I come downstairs in my pajamas and I'm going over to eBay and stuff, I have a lot of experience, okay? Some of it's logic, all right? Are you going to make a bunch of money on some duct tape? A lot of you might say, I'm not going to look up duct tape or this fruit smelly thing or an oven mitt. Those things just jump out to you, okay? You might look up this nightstand and you might start getting excited about this. Wow, that's a really good price on that, actually. list that, okay? But after doing it for so long, I can just kind of pick out items where you might go, I'll try that, nope, I'll try that, nope, I'll try that, yep, awesome, okay? But you guys just have to do a little bit more work, I'm sorry. But, you know, in most cases, I can just pick the first item. I'm sure I can grab that, and that will go ahead and find me success, okay? But because I saw this thing right here, you know, a piece of furniture that's $29 is a no-brainer. All right, so I'm going to grab that. And again, I'm not expecting the best sellers. I'm going to reset myself on eBay by clicking on the logo. And I want to say this a little bit slower. The reason I'm resetting myself, if I do a search right here, right now, I'm still searching within this person's listings. So I won't get any results. So I'm resetting myself on eBay. And again, I'm copying and pasting most of the Amazon titles, so I won't get the best sellers over here. I'll get people that don't know what they're doing. Okay, so here's someone that put a nice little free shipping logo on there. They seem to have some skill set. They put a little stamp on there. By the way, don't do it. It can get you taken down by doing that if it's too large. Okay, and the price on Amazon was $29, and these are pretty reasonably marked up. Okay, so I'll find the guy that's going for it or the girl that's going for it and see if I can. There's quite a few of them on here. This one's newly listed, $49.98. Okay, cool. I'm going to click on this one. I'm going to see 87 feedback, not that many feedback relatively, but I'll take a look at them. And I see they have 223 results up for sale. Okay, cool. So I can start going through and looking and seeing, okay, what have you sold successfully? Now, I'm on their active listings now. And I can look through here. And I can also go look at their sold listings over here. So why would I look at their sold listings and why would I look at their active listings? What's the difference? Okay, if I look at their active listings right now, let's say that they had 4 of these, what is this, mattress. Let's say they had 4 of the, let's say they had 10 of these mattresses. They put, I have a quantity of 10. And in 10 seconds, 9 of them sold. Well, it would still be showing up on their active. It's a red hot item, but because they put a quantity of 10 and they haven't sold out yet, it's not going to show up in their completed listings. Okay, so it's not going to show up in their completed listings. I wouldn't know this is a red hot item. That's why I'd look at their active items. But if they had a quantity of 1, it's not going to. It'll still be here. Like, let's check. Okay, so this has a quantity of 1. There's no multiples. So I'm not going to be able to see this and see that some sold on this screen, because if it's sold, it's no longer on this screen, right? So if they're going to go with a quantity of 1, I'll check another one. Quantity of 1, I'm never going to see something that's sold here, because if it's sold, it wouldn't be on the screen. So I actually have to go over and check their sold listings down the bottom left. And then I can start cross-referencing. Sure enough, they did sell this bed. Now, I'm a little bit handcuffed right now, guys, because this bed doesn't look exactly like an Amazon photo, which means it could be coming from another supplier, and I can't really show you that supplier on this webinar. But I know from this, it's not coming from another supplier, and I can take this model number, and then I can put it in over here, all departments, and paste it in, and click go. And there'll probably be another picture associated with this, and there is right here, and it's loading, and there's your bed for $119, sold it for $199. Okay, so whoever put cherry, you can hop off the webinar now, because you know for absolute certainty you will make a lot of money with this. All right. Can I have, what do you guys think of that? Is that pretty straightforward, the system? I can do another one, but is that pretty straightforward? Awesome. Okay. Hey, guys, I see some people when I pop over here asking questions, like not even associated with what I'm doing right now. That's cool, but if you ask those questions, when I go to say, hey, at the end of this, when I say, hey, ask me your questions, I'm going to answer the questions that I ask for. You know what I mean? So if I ask for questions at 8:30, I'm going to hop on at 8:30. I'm going to answer all those questions. And in between all those questions and your questions that you're putting in now, will be people naming things like cherries and this is awesome and stuff like that. I'm never going to get to them. So just save your questions till the end, and I'll try and get to all of them. That said, I'll do this one more time, and then I'll tell you what to do afterwards. I'll go over to my generate random things again, okay? I'm on Google, and we move this little question box, and generate random things. This could blow up my face. Generate random things, and it's the fourth one down. And let's see, it's November 27th. I picked 27 last time, so I'll pick 11 for November. And I'll take item number 711. Carrots. All right. If it's not clear by now that I'm not faking this stuff with carrots, okay, here we go. So I'm going to type in carrots, and I saw one person that said they're not getting this, but I'm going to take it a little further, so hopefully this will tie it all together for you. Again, when you get online, whenever you want to start making money on eBay, you're just going to come down, you're going to type in something in this box here, everybody can do it, click go. And myself, and you guys will probably start taking this on, is I'm going to want to sell, personally I use home and garden a lot because it's just familiar to me. Either sporting goods sections, whatever you want. But on the left side, I'm going to click on see all 32 departments, and I'm going to go to home and kitchen right here. And hopefully, okay, here we go. I got 4,522 results to choose from on carrots. Now, again, you guys might try searching these, run into a wall, and all of a sudden, this is the hot product, all right? I have no familiarity with what I'm looking at now. None of this stuff I used to sell, none of it's jumping out at me, okay? None of it. Let me see. I don't recognize any of it. Okay, cool. So I'll grab the first thing that comes up, this native spring spiral vegetable slicer, and I'm just going to highlight some of the words and copy it. I'm going to go over to eBay. I'm going to reset myself again by clicking on the logo, and I'm going to search this, whatever it is, native spring spiral vegetable slicer. Maybe a bunch of them sold for Thanksgiving. I can't see enough markup on this. In fact, there was 0 results. So I may have found, oh, is this one here? Oh, is this one? Is that the same thing? Yep. Or maybe I didn't hit a wall. Okay. Okay, they don't have it marked up enough, so I'm not interested in that. Okay, I might have actually found something. Okay, 2650. This is a little bit different. Oh, that's the same picture. Okay, cool. Maybe I got a chance here. I hope they got a lot of stuff for sale because I'm really limited. Okay, 2650. I'm going to click on this. Okay, they got enough feedback. Cool. I'm going to say, all right, let me see what else you're selling, RVS buy. And I see 1,559 results. Now I have to see if they made money on these results. So I'm going to click on the first item. And I see they sold 4 of these car, truck, cup holder, console, stand, store, drink, seat, bottle, phone, cup holder, beige. By the way, if you're new to titles and stuff like that, that's a pretty awesome title. Not just because it has all the keywords and stuff in there, but you don't want to make your title like this. You don't want your title to be, this is a cup holder that you can put your coffee cups in so it will not spill on your lap while driving to work. Okay? Your title is like this. Car, truck, cup holder, console, stand, store, drink, seat, bottle, banana, cat, dog, blah, 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 blah. Just boom, keywords, right? This beige thing here I think is kind of a useless keyword, okay? I would put in coffee. All right, that's just me. Okay, so I'm going to scroll down to the title, see if I can get any information down here. I don't see much information that I can use, except I got a little model number right here. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to go back over to Amazon. I'm going to paste this into search. I'm going to change it to all departments. I'm going to click go. And I'm going to see this is $7.99, and they sold it for $19.40 4 different times. Okay? No more ever writing into the help desk if you're on this webinar saying I can't find items to sell ever. Never. Never. Actually, I went a long time without getting one of those help desk tickets, and then I realized we had so many people come in one week. We're putting like 200 people are joining a day, DS Domination. that I'm now like going, okay, you just haven't seen the webinar yet. Okay, so what do you do with this? What's the next step? Now you found an item that you can list up for sale, okay? So I'm not going to actually show the process, but I can describe it to you. You'll just click sell on eBay, right? And it's going to ask you, what are you selling? And you're going to type in cup holder. And it's going to say cool. And you just pick a category, you click submit. And then it's going to say, what do you want your title to be? Well, most of your title's done for you right here. You can copy this title. Don't copy the person's title exactly, okay? You wouldn't want someone to do that to you, one. And two, it's not going to help you rank, all right? So you're going to title the object, and I just talked about that, but capitalize each letter. This looks sloppy, okay? Capitalize the C, capitalize the S. Not each letter of every word, but the first letter. Capital C for car, capital C for cup, capital H for holder, okay? So even as crappy as this title looks, it looks like, you know, I hope you're not on the call because you're doing a great job selling, but that doesn't look good. They're still selling the lights out of it, and they made $40-something. It took them 4 minutes to put this silly thing up. It was $7, profit of $12.40, 4 sold, $50 bill in their pocket. All right, so I mean that's crazy. Actually, how much do they make? Yeah, that's right, close to $50 minus fees. All right, so probably about $40 for 4 minutes work. All right, let's go. Okay, anyway, oh, I get fired up. Okay, so now you're asked to title it when you list it, right? So I'm going to copy that whole title when I go to list it, and then I'm going to say, all right, I'm going to pretend I'm a customer. And if I was a customer and I was looking for a cup holder for my car, what would I type in? And this is actually a really good title. The only one I'd question is beige, but I might even be wrong because somebody with a beige interior might want a beige cup holder, okay? But if I was going to take a stab, I would think that coffee would be a better word. Coffee holder, coffee cup holder. So if I put coffee in there and somebody types in coffee cup holder, I'm going to come up. Somebody types in coffee holder, I'm going to come up, et cetera, okay? So eliminate the bad words and replace them with good words. How do you do this? Where do you get these good words for your title? One, they pop in your head. I can move really quick because they just pop in my head. If that's not a smart skill set, it's just some random thing that happens to me. So if you can have them pop in your head, thinking like a customer. Now, recognize a customer wouldn't put in there cool, like awesome. I want an awesome coffee cup holder, or stuff like that. All right. So if words that don't pop in your head that a customer would be searching, well, then you use the titling thing in the back office of Pro. We put that in there for you, and it just doesn't work for you. I never had that when I listed. If I was listing right now, I wouldn't use it because it would slow me down because I'm really good at titles. You might not be really good at titles. They'll slow you down a little bit, but you'll still kick butt and make as many sales as I did. So, cool. All right. Okay. Yes, that's it. Okay, so from here, you put this item up. Okay, cool. I found an item. I got up this morning. I typed in carrots, and I ended up on some guy with a carrot peeler. And I looked at his other items. I listed an item. Good for me. Awesome. So what's next? Well, the next thing is this spidering method where you don't have to start the whole routine again. You don't go over to Amazon and put in carrots again and start over. You go, okay, you sold a bunch of those. I just listed that. Let me see what else you sold. Now this one here is a best offer, so I can't really look at this one. Actually, a lot of them are best offers. So I don't know what they're being best offered. So I'm going to click on completed listings here and see what he sold successfully. And I see this custom wedge. He's a big drink holder guy, right? Apparently that's a big thing. Okay. So he sold this big drink holder thing for $20.30. Awesome. Okay, sold 2 of them for $20.30. I'm going to see if I can get some info down here. Yeah, thank you. Copy. Back up here, over to Amazon, put this in a search, paste it in, and click go. $9.99, a markup of $10. He sold 2 of them, $20 bill, 4 minutes work, minus some fees, paid about $4 in fees, $16, 4 minutes work. Good for you. Again, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to list this, I'm going to out-title this person. Coffee would be a good word, right? Just that easy. Okay, and so you woke up at 8 in the morning for some unknown reason. You'll stop waking up at 8 in the morning pretty soon. And you had your cup of coffee or whatever, and you're listening. And this can be so fun, especially when you do get that job and you're not tired and get some free time. And recognize I'm not a hypocrite. Sometimes I am. But I do recognize that people work, and you get home and you get family and stuff, and then finally they go to bed and it's 9, 10 o'clock. But what you need to do to be successful is put away the Crocodile Hunter or those shows, right? And I'll still catch one every now and then, but you got to sacrifice something, okay? If that's your work schedule and stuff like that. But when you do get home and this is all you're doing, man, is it fun. All right, so you drink your cup of coffee, you put up a bunch of listings from this particular seller, all right? So then what do? Okay, you have a couple choices. You can go out, this is the spidering technique, you can go out and now search this on eBay and see who's selling this. And if you end up with 5 sellers or so, well, then you can just go find another seller and see what they're doing. That's one way you could go. Or you could go over to Amazon and click on this Hopkins SMT twin cup holder and say to yourself, what else does Hopkins sell? I've never heard of Hopkins. Maybe they got red hot items. I don't know. Maybe they got no items. All right. Hopkins sells a snow broom. All right, Hopkins. Who cares? So you grab this right here, and you see the randomness of this? I'll get a question on the help desk and says, it'll say, what are the hot items? What should I sell? I don't have a clue what you should sell. Just surf around and land on things like this. I would never have gotten up today and said, you know what, I'm wondering if anybody's selling those Hopkins Super Extender snow brooms where colors may vary. I should look that up. Okay. And I'm going to go over to eBay. I'm going to reset myself. And I'm going to start all over. And I'm going to paste this in. I'm going to click go and see if the Hopkins 26X snow broom is selling. Okay, cool, it is. It's $10. There's somebody for $18.99, and again, I'm going to ignore the guy for $11.99. I don't care. I don't care why he's selling it for $11.99. By the way, he doesn't have free shipping, so he's probably making it up in shipping. I don't care about any of that. I don't care if he's got his own supply from China. I don't care if he's Santa Claus. None of that phases me. Just going to ignore it. I'm going to go over to the guy that's going to make money if he sells his, $18.99. I'm going to click on this. And didn't sell any, but 436 feedback. I'm going to click on see other feedback. And the first thing that comes up is the Comfort Zone Deluxe Fan Ceramic Heater. He sold 6 of them. Awesome. Well, one of the first things I noticed, I'm going to grab part of this. One of the first things I noticed is that funny symbol in there. That always makes me wonder, nothing wrong with it, always makes me wonder if they got their own supplier. So we might hop over to Amazon and it might be, you know, more cheap. It might be cheaper. I mean, sorry, it might be more expensive on Amazon. So we'll see. $36.97, marked up, $50. Make it about $5 or $6 on that. Cool. And then I can keep going down. Some sort of Tech Sport propane heater, $56.99. Didn't sell any of them. Who cares? I'm not interested. I'm out of there. And if I come over here and I search 3 or 4 things that they're selling and they haven't sold any, I don't quit. I don't quit. I would be working still if I quit. I just keep clicking. There's 3 things, nothing sold. Let me grab another one, some sort of heater thing, nothing sold. Boom, I'm out of here. Okay, we did find one thing. And then I'll go start my search all over again, okay? And that's it. And that's what I do every single day. I did it for, I don't know, almost a decade and made a fortune. And that's what's at your fingertips, okay? So I'm going to answer some questions and go down some rabbit trails. So right now is the time to type in your question. The last question I got was from Bob Taylor. I'm going to start after that one, Bob. So now's the time to type in your questions, okay? And I'll go all the way up to friends are telling me I should list Christmas items. I'll answer all the questions up to that. And let's just take a few minutes and type in your questions, and then I'm going to have to stop the questions, okay? But I'm not going anywhere. And then I'm going to show you how to search a little bit deeper and make more money on on eBay and Amazon. Okay, cool, 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 cool. The questions, I'm looking at a screen of questions, guys, that are surfing by, and as they load up, it's going to be a lot of questions. But I caught one that said, why should we stop selling on the 15th? You don't have to stop selling on the 15th. You can continue to sell all year round. It's just after the 15th, it's getting a little tight if something goes wrong, and if you're selling a toy for a kid or something like that, you'll have to source it at your local store or something and find it. It's more difficult. And there's a lot of pressure on to get items out the door and stuff like that, and you know, your Christmas season's there. So I just always try to stop around the 15th and recognize when you stop on the 15th, it doesn't stop on the 15th. You're going to get customer questions on the 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, where's my item, this, and then all of a sudden it's the 22nd, you're like, man, I just want to start Christmas. Okay, so 15th was a good cutoff date. Just another minute, guys, on typing in questions, and then when I say stop, if you could stop typing them. I'm not saying stop yet, but I'll say stop, and then they keep typing for an hour. Which I would sit here all night long, believe me, ask my wife and answer questions. It's just I have to hop off, give the girls a kiss at 9 o'clock, and then get ready for the next webinar. Okay? So I'm going to go through some questions. And if you could stop typing them now, that would be awesome. And then I'm going to show you how to make some more money. So I'm going to do 10 minutes worth of questions, and then I'm going to go back and show you how you can do some extra cool search things to make some more money, okay? So if you could stop typing now, that would be awesome. Floyd Jones says stop. So I know if Floyd Jones says stop, all these questions coming after Floyd Jones, you're still typing. And awesome. Okay, one more. Oh, 2 more, 3 more, 4 more, 5 more, 6 more, 7 more, 7 more. Okay, I'm just going to have to cut you off there. When do I advise start listing after the 15th? Okay, I would always stop on the 15th, and I'd be like, all right, I'm taking the whole year off, and like the 25th at night I'd be listing, or the 26th. It's so addicting. You can hop back right back on. It's going to be awesome in January. January is incredibly busy on eBay with all the returns and money that people have from grandma or whatever. It's awesomely busy, okay? So, yeah, you can just pick right up December 26th, and I did that, okay? Do I expect record sales for this season? I don't know. You know, I'm not the typical guy. I'm not too in tune with the economy. I don't watch the news or anything like that. I used to watch, you know, all my stocks and stuff like that, and I would just be ready to jump off a bridge like doomsday was coming, and now I'm kind of finding ignorance is bliss, unfortunately. So I don't know if it's going to be a big holidays. It feels pretty big. I know DS Domination members are going to have a big holiday for sure. When upgrading to Elite, what would my monthly cost be? When you upgrade to Elite, you get billed for Elite and Pro. If you don't want to use Pro, you can stop it at any time and still maintain Elite. Okay. None of my buyers are leaving feedback anyway around this. Feedback, Michael, usually takes 8 to 10 days. That's like eBay's research to come in after the sale. And I found that if you're relatively new, you'll get feedback 50% of the time. I don't know if it's like Mercy or what. If you're like monster feedback like I used to have, they'd leave like a third of the time. Like, ah, he's got enough. Why bother? Closer to Xmas, Amazon prices are changing. Yeah, definitely. You're going to see some bouncing around, and you guys will like this. The price scraper. We have software if you're new that's going to be coming out that will tell you when a price has gone up or down, or Amazon's gone out of stock, and those have been around for a while. They're like, yeah, when? Okay, but it's completely done, and we'll be announcing that any second now. It's very complicated. It's not really out there on the internet. There's some people that say it's there that works, but it doesn't. The problem is that you guys will be. It's called a call. Every time an item is picked that you want to track on Amazon and get reports if the price goes up or down, a call is sent off to Amazon, and our company alone will send off like 100,000 calls a day. So we had to test had to test the software to make sure it could handle that. So we tested 2,000 calls a day, 5,000 calls a day, 10,000 calls a day, and we'll be making an announcement on that very shortly. If you're finding an item that people are listing on eBay but not selling because the prices are high, and I have a wholesale and get a better price, what is your suggestion? List away. It's like 30 cents. Put it up. Fly for sure. For pro members, can you give some information on Christmas you're holding back for Elite? Well, don't think it's fair. Please give your pro members some info too. I couldn't right now because of the time crunch, but we'll consider like let me jot it down, see if I can put a video out or something like that. That it's not being held back. It's that you have to have multiple suppliers at Christmas time to do what I'm teaching in the Christmas webinar. I mean, for Amazon, there's nothing like it's just keep listing. But you have to have multiple suppliers and cashback stuff and things like that. So it's not being held back. There's not much to tell you. I'm brand new. I can't always catch the things you were looking at because you go fast. Please show me where the active versus sold are. I'll have to come back to that one because if I change my screen, I'll mess up the active versus sold. I'll come right back to that. We look for items from other sellers on eBay that have at least one item sold and ignore items that doesn't have any sales. Exactly. Yes, at least one item sold and ignore others that don't have any sales. Exactly. What's your thought on item people that don't pay right away? I've sold 2 items in the past 2 days that the payer hasn't paid for yet. Yeah, for sure. eBay does have something in place where you can say, pay me right away. But you don't want to do that because you'll lose sellers that are buyers that want to buy and pay you on payday. Now, not getting paid is not a big deal except for it's a little bit frustrating. You can actually go to your account tab. Go ahead and write this down. Go to My eBay, okay, and then log into eBay and then go to your My eBay section. And then you'll have an account tab. And if you hover over that, it'll say Resolution Center. You can click on that, you enter the item number, and you open a dispute against the buyer, and they'll either pay you or eBay will give you all their fees back, okay? So there's no loss except for, like, trust in mankind, I guess. Should we use Amazon stock photos or the regular photos for best results? Okay. Amazon photos or any photos on the internet are like, people could say, oh, it's wrong to do it. Like it's wrong to rip off your mattress tag. If you're familiar with that example, you're not really supposed to rip the tag off your mattress. I don't know why. I don't care why. It's just stupid. But you can use our image scrambler if you're worried about that, and then our image scrambler will give you a signature. All photos have a signature on them, like, you know, you can tell where this photo came from by its signature. Amazon, eBay can tell where it came from by its signature. But people have been doing this that I trained for a long time. I did it for a long time. You can see all kinds of sellers having success. But if you use our image resizer in the back office, it scrambles the signature and it reports it's from your computer. So matter of factly, it's yours. Thank you, Joe Leach. When a customer asks you where their item is, how do you answer? I'll either, if let's say they bought it and you're waiting for Amazon to hit you with a tracking number, Steve, I'll kind of excuse it away and get like an extra day or 2 out of it if they ask. And it's pretty rare that a customer will ask for a tracking number right away, especially if you have two business days for processing or 3 business days for processing. But I'll say, hey, I'm just on the road. What's your address? And that'll give me an extra day to get back to them or ask them another question, and then I'll have the tracking number sent to them. How can I get extra help with my items? Richard, if you write into the help desk, I'll give you some tips that I have there. For those of us in the UK, why are we encouraged to do this in US eBay and not UK eBay? That's a great question. US eBay has a lot more customers. Okay, now you can do it on your UK eBay with Amazon.uk. You can do that. It's just you have a lot more. The whole vision, I'm going to recut some of the international videos, Stephen, is to, use your hometown, use your local eBay in the UK, and as you're building up that account and you get more flexibility across the pond, start listing stuff across the pond more actively because there's more buyers, more markup, more ability. That's all. After you list an item, eBay asks you to increase exposure, add required recommended item specifics. Okay. We did a lot of research on this. After you put your name and then the subtitle in, it'll ask you for specifics. In the video, I say skip it. It'll ask you for model number and style and size and all this. It takes a minute or two to do this. If you want to do it, fine. It'll raise your search by like 1 to 2%. It's more about eBay gathering information on the products that are on their site. Okay, you're actually doing work for eBay for nearly no reason. Is it advisable to sell the same item that you sold right away after the sale, or do you wait another time? Absolutely. When you sell something, if you relist it, eBay's algorithm is like, wow, they listed that and it's sold. Customers must want it. So when you relist it, they give you a really prominent position, and then it sells again really quick, and then again, 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 again. Okay, so you'll have an item you sell 20 times in a month. All right. Okay. What do you do when a listed item raised the price after you sold it and will lose money on the sale? Will you send me money? No, I'm just kidding. You can do a couple things. One, you can wait a day or two, because as often as Amazon prices increase, they'll decrease as well. And specifically on Fridays, their prices seem to go down. But you can also use the problem orders videos that's in the back office, and I use that all the time. I never tracked Amazon prices. I didn't care. I would have 6, 7, 8 issues a week, but I would have over 2,000 items. And I would just use what I used in that video there, and I ended up with 100% feedback. Okay. Will price on Amazon be affected by Black Friday? What happens if I list a low price on Amazon on Black Friday and increase after I list on eBay? I wouldn't pull prices from Amazon on Friday. You might want to take Friday off, because you're going to see like something ridiculously marked down, but they will tell you it's a Black Friday discount on there. Go out and go shopping. How many items did you list a day on the Pro to make $1,000 a month? 200. Absolutely 200. Whatever amount of items you list with good titles, multiply it times 5, and that's what you'll make a month with just Amazon. List 1,000, 5,000 a month. List 100, 500 a month. Okay. Okay. I am limited by eBay currently. Will eBay ask me specific details such as address? eBay loves us. eBay loves buyers. eBay loves sellers. eBay loves all of that. They're not out to get us or squash our model. Our model's brilliant, and eBay likes more sales, and Amazon likes more sales. When you're doing this lifting your limits call, it's about being knowledgeable. I was training a lady for $2,500 about 5 years ago, and she called in to have her limits lifted. She had a restriction, and I had a big-time account manager, and she didn't get a limit raise. And I called my big-time account manager, and I was like, Susan Walker, hook a brother up. Can you help? I'm training her for 20. I'm working with her. Can you help her out? And she was like, Roger, I got to tell you, we said we were talking to her and said, hey, you got 2 positive feedback. And she didn't know what feedback was. And I'm like, oh, my bad. I mean, she was really slow. Okay, not to pick on her or anything. But eBay's really judging your knowledge, and it's not extensive. Like, hey, where's the sitemap on eBay? They just want to make sure you're a real person. Okay, and they just want to hear that you want to support the community. But watch the lifting your limits video. Okay, so guys, hang in here, because I'm going to go about 5 more minutes on the questions. I'm going to show you some more cool stuff. Okay. When choosing an item on eBay, do you choose the item that has a higher price or lower price, so long as there's enough profit margin? It depends on what stage you're saying choose your item at. When I typed in that first item, I forget what it was, and there was like 10 results, I chose the more higher one, not because I was looking to undercut that particular item I was listing. I chose the higher price one to research further, because I said to myself, this guy or this girl knows what he or she is doing. He or she is pricing their products right, because this was $10 and some people are selling it for $12, and this person got it for $20, so they know what they're doing. And I wasn't looking to see if they sold that one for $20. I was looking to say, if you know what you're doing on the price points, maybe you're making good price points on the other products. Okay. Carol Vanden Boogart, could you write that into the help desk for me, and I'll help you out with that? That's a long message. Okay. How do I add last one to my item for urgency reasons? It's a feature of an eBay store, and I'm against eBay stores. They save you some money, but at the same time, it's well documented that they don't give you good results in listings. Like if you're supposed to, if there's 10 results on a listing, or when you search some really obscure item, there's supposed to be 10 results, you'll be on like position 7 instead of position 4 because you have an eBay store. Is there a step-by-step process written out for newbies that are not familiar with eBay and Amazon? It's absolutely in the videos. I mean, I took it right down. You got to watch. I know you didn't watch all the videos, Natasha. Please watch them. Nigel, I haven't because I haven't. The question is, have I ever bought from an Amazon warehouse before? I haven't because those are generally returned, scratched, dented items. Jackie, I'm not going to go over the way to search again. I did it 3 times. I'm not saying too bad for you, just a time constraint. But again, I went to Amazon, I typed in any random word, and then I picked an item from the results after I picked home and garden, for example. And I came over to eBay and I put that random word in the search on eBay, and I looked at the results and I chose one. I looked and see what they sold successfully. Nancy, how do I find other resources other than Amazon? It's actually in the Elite and upgrades, Nancy. I'm not looking for you to pay more money, but you can't just source a place. You can't just go, oh, this has got good prices. You might as well paint your feedback negative. There's so many idiosyncrasies with different places and things. I have to call, I speak to the owner, and this is over years and stuff like that, or when I'm negotiating a new site, there's a lot that goes into it, not just saying, oh, they have cheap prices. Okay. Okay. What is your biggest month selling on eBay? Profits? Oh boy, I'm probably 26,000, something like that. When I did 1.2 to 1.8 million dollars in sales, I was knocking on 200,000 a year from that. Biggest day I think was 2730, something like that. Okay. I have to stop, and I know I can get a lot of questions answered, but if it's imperative, just put it in the help desk, but I'm going to show you guys some more stuff, okay? So I'm going to go back to Amazon, and I'm going to click on Amazon here, and I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to type in, for example, it's freezing cold. I'm going to type in heater, okay? And I'm going to click go. I say it's freezing cold. I'm in North Carolina. I grew up in Nova Scotia, Canada, so I do know what freezing cold is, and I do know in North Carolina it is not really freezing cold, and I apologize for all of my northerners. Okay? Now, remember, this is just like before. I typed in heater, and then I went over and I clicked on see all 32 departments, and I went to where's my kitchen stuff, right? Home and kitchen, right up here, okay? This is normal so far, right? And then I said, okay, grab this and go search this on eBay. Okay, well, here's a better way to do it, and this is a way to do it for higher profits, okay? There's a couple different ways you can take right now. You can go and skip like the first 40 pages of results, all right? You can jump, like you have to do it in order, but you can go to page like 40. Just blindly click through and skip the first 40 pages of results. Okay, now what is that going to do for you? It's going to take you out of competition with other people. Now, you might think, well, as I get to page 40, it's going to be least popular items, but Amazon doesn't put their listings up here with good titles. So on page 40, there might be a Cabbage Patch Kid from the 80s. Well, that's a bad analogy because I don't know how old people are on here. But there might be the reddest, hottest possible selling item on the planet, but Amazon has a terrible title, okay? They just upload the titles from the manufacturer, all right? So if you skip the first 40 pages of results or so, you're going to be in a place where very few people that are researching bother to go, and you're going to have a lot more flexibility with your pricing and stuff like that. Okay, so that's step one to making higher profits. The other thing on here is you can scroll down here and you can sort by price. you can also sort by discount, okay? Now, when you're sorting by discount, be careful, because they'll say 70% off or more, but use a little common sense. There'll be a baseball cap, and Amazon might say regularly $100 marked down to 15. Well, baseball caps are usually 15, but a lot of the items will be significantly reduced, and you can search that way, okay? I like to search in the price variations, because obviously the higher the price, the more money you can make. You can make 5 cents on a can of Coke, you can make $50 million in a home. So I'm going to go over here and click $100 to $200, okay, which is a different step than you guys have seen, all right? And then I'm going to start grabbing titles just like I would before. Here's whatever this thing is, some sort of fireplace, cool. And I'm going to reset myself on eBay. And now I'm just going through the same steps, but I'm operating with more expensive items and hopefully higher price margins, okay? So there it is, $329. And none of them have sold for $329. Right there, same thing, $199, markup of $129. But if I start looking through this person's listings, I might find some really good red-hot items. There's some sort of boom chair. And one of these boom chairs sold for $157.95. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to go back over to Amazon, just like I did before, and I'm going to research this boom chair. So this little extra step I take, it's $119.99. It's actually not the same one. Oops. $159.99. That's not sold by Amazon, so it's probably another supplier that's in the elite section. I can't show you. I don't want to be a jerk, but I can't show you elite products. So this person might be selling different items from different sections and stuff like that. But at least you can take away from this luminescent boom chair. You can now say to yourself, oh, wait, gaming chairs, they might be pretty cool. And then here's the boom chair right here, $106.54, the blue one. And there it is there, $119. Not a lot of markup there. That's not going to work either, right? But once you start moving into higher price items, you can start saying, well, let me try this Stingray chair, or let me go over here. And it really opens your mind up, and you can start going, okay, let me try this gaming chair. Here's a gaming chair right here. That looks a lot nicer than that other silly chair we just looked at, right? And that's $149.88. I can copy that, and I can go back over to eBay again, and I can search through here, and I can paste this, and then click search. And 170, 199, 182, and you do the same thing. You just find the cool person. Okay, $200. And didn't sell any, but I would have made about 50 minus eBay fees and that. That's a $30 markup. So let me see this guy's other items. And then I start looking, and I see, okay, he's got multiple items mixed in here, Amazon and non-Amazon items and stuff like that. And then if I looked at his completed listings or his sold listings, and I can even sort up here by highest first, and I know I'm going fast, but this is being recorded, guys. I get this Lego Minecraft 3-piece set, $128 plus $10 shipping, paste that in here. By the way, somebody should list that chair. You'll make a lot of money on it. Minecraft, and I'm not finding it right away on here. So he's not using Amazon. That's totally cool. But you can see once you start looking for higher priced items, there's higher prices, higher markups, and that's just a different way to sort. And again, I do this all blind, so I don't know where I'm going to land, but I'll just start over again because I have 6 minutes left, and I'll just type in dog. Yes, dog. Dog. And somebody always calls me at this time of night. Yep. Okay. And then I'm going to choose kitchen down the left side. It's just the same process. I apologize if you guys have seen this a little bit because I'm just repeating the same thing, home and kitchen. And then normally I would grab this hot dog toaster. I'd go make some money on it. I'm saying to make more money, skip like the first 20 pages or come over here and sort by higher priced items, okay? Here's the old way to do it. Nostalgia electric hot dog toaster. Let's see if I can grab part of this one second. Nostalgia Electrics. Yeah. Copy that. Reset myself on eBay. Paste this in. Click go. Just kind of a recap of the old way to do it. And then I would say, okay, the cost is $18. Who knows what they're doing? This guy's not charging enough, not charging enough. $27.99. They know what they're doing. I could research them. Keep scrolling down. I could research this one here. $49.95. They seem to know what they're doing. Okay, let me click on you. Click see other items. And then go over the other side. And I'll just, for the interest of time, I'll click on their sold listings. Sold, and let's see, you got a double chocolate and cheese thing that sold for $45, and I'll grab part of this and go back to Amazon and click on Amazon the top and do a research on this, and that's not it. Oh no, it's not working. Okay, Total Chef Chocolatier double pot. And this looks like a different style vendor, right? This doesn't look like a total typical Amazon lister. So this might not be here, but it is $32.53, marked up $44.95. Okay, so you can sort by prices. Some people were asking why I was showing prices lower than $35. Okay, I get this question quite a bit. So for 10 years, I used what was called Amazon Prime, where you can list things for any price and you can ship them for free. And once or twice a year, Amazon would send me a notice that said, don't use Amazon Prime anymore. And I would just keep using Amazon Prime. I did that for a long time. So I'm not allowed to endorse using Amazon Prime. I know some people use Amazon Prime. I know some people don't use Amazon Prime. So I just show all prices. Okay. So there's one right there that's would be, you could sell easily. Okay. So that said, it's 8:57. In 1 hour and 3 minutes, I'm going to do an elite presentation. And this is where I start showing $20, $40, $50, $100, $150, $200, $250, $300 profits, okay, from multiple sites and stuff like that. And I'm going to show you what that looks like. Let me log in the back office. Now, there's multiple types of people here. There's people that are in here and they're like, I'm killing it, I'm making money, and I was going to do a lead anyway, okay? There are people that are just getting started and thinking, this is awesome, I can't wait to go crazy, should I get a lead, stuff like that. And there's people in here that are just like, it's all I can afford, I'm loving it. And there are people like, tell this guy to shut up, whatever. There's all kinds of people in here, so I'm going to try and address all of that. I do this presentation once a week. Also back here is the Christmas training webinar on how to really boost your sales over the holidays and stuff like that. There's all kinds of other modules, new modules. I just put up 24 hours ago, and one of them shows you how to get 46% off the price you see on the screen. And the price on the screen you could make money with when you're searching this store, and I show you how to get 46% off. Okay? So there's really cool things in Elite. So if you're on the fence, I'm going to be training on it in 1 hour and 2 minutes, but don't run and grab it now. First, I'm going to show you what to do with it, and then I'll tell you guys why or why not you should get Elite, okay? So the Elite section, if you don't have it, you'll log into your back office, you'll click on this here, and then you can buy it from there. And once you have it, you can go back in, and you click on the Elite, and you click on the live training, and the link for tonight's webinar will be there, okay? So you would click on Elite, you would purchase it, then you log back in, and you click on the live training, and the link for the webinar that starts in 1 hour and 1 minute will be there for you. And I will tell you that I think it's 92 to 96% of the people that get Elite have never quit because they're making insane amounts of money. So it's up to you. Of course, you guys know your financial details, and I always say this, don't stress your finances to go get elite. We will be here next month. We will be here in that month after that. We'll be here a year later. eBay will be here. All of the sites will be here. Don't stress yourself over getting it, but if you're ready and you can afford it and you really want to kick it up and make money even faster, well, then that's obviously the way to do it. So start off with a Go Get Elite. That's the results for elite members, yeah. And we were actually on a webinar, and Hitesh and Kevin and I were on a webinar for a team that was coming over from another company. And Hitesh I said, guys, why don't you grab the elite statistics of members? And Kevin went and grabbed it, and their jaws were on the ground because they could see all the people. And if somebody quits, they show up in pink in our database, and there was like 32 that had quit out of thousands. So yeah, it was pretty crazy. Elite crushing. Oh, and also on Elite, it teaches you how to move all of your eBay listings over to Google. So if you have a listing limit, you can list as many items as you want on Google, and it's super easy, and there's no PayPal restrictions. Your money gets released instantly, and then it shows you how to make money on your transactions. Like we're making 10 to 20% back on every sale we do from the suppliers, okay? So Amazon doesn't have that feature, okay? Awesome. Everybody go elite. I'm killing it on cash back. You know what? Hey, if you're an elite, really quick on here, if you're an elite, just pop in how you're doing with it really quick. Just put it in the question box how you're doing with elite, okay? Right now, it's 9:01. Pop in how you're doing with elite. If you're making sales, etc., etc. Just want to do something here really quick. Let's see. I don't know if I can expand. Let's do it. Okay.
Hey, Roger, I got a snapshot of that if you want me to show it.
Actually, maybe I can just keep it. No, maybe no. Oh, yeah, a snapshot of it? That's my good friend Kevin Hokawana from Japan. All right, well, we couldn't fake that. Kev, I'm going to flip over the screen, okay?
Sounds good.
And Kev's got a snapshot of everybody on here that are going crazy over this. So let's go over to Kevin in Japan. And I'll make you the presenter, and here's what people are saying about Elite. If you're on the fence about getting it, Kevin just took a screenshot of all the messages.
Check it out, guys.
Awesome, awesome, awesome.
I'll do another one real quick. Let's see.
Making a killing, best thing, love it. $800 a month profit, awesome, great. Don't have it yet. Killing Elite, averaging $100 a day profit. Elite is great. Make money, love.
Sorry,
awesome. Cash
I'm doing another one.
Go.
This is a continuation. They just keep rolling in.
Okay, so anyway, if you don't have Elite and you can afford it, go get it. If you can't afford it, don't go get it. But this is you'll see the time difference. Kevin's actually in Japan, so if you go on and Google and do the math, you'll see this is legitimate. What is it, Kevin? Like 14 hours ahead?
Well, watch this. Everyone hop on here, and then we'll do something real quick. Everyone, one more time. Who's making money with this? Hop in there.
You're going to change it. They're all getting ready for the Elite webinar. Okay.
Just say I am. Just say I am, so it'll be quick for you guys. And I'm going to scroll down.
I love this part.
Watch my
this part. If you're just getting going with us, you might be like, okay, watch the screen.
Ready? Watch my screen. I'm going to take a picture. You're going to see a region snapshot. There we go. I'm going to open it up. And here it is. I am. I love this company.
That's cool.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
And if you're new with us, you're like, all right, guys, you're cool. You're awesome in our eyes. Pace yourself. Take your time. And one day, shortly, this will be you going crazy on this webinar. But, we've been going for a while now, and we just got an incredible amount of success stories. And these guys want to celebrate, too, like you will be in a little bit, okay? Okay, it's that time. Kevin, thanks for hopping on here with me. It's 9:04. That elite webinar I'll be doing in 56 minutes, and you can join the IM team, and I'm sure they'll all be on there too. And again, once you register, your link will be in your back office under the elite section. I'm going to take a drink of water, see if my daughters are still talking to me, give them a kiss goodnight, and I'll see you guys in 55 minutes and 43 seconds. Take care, guys. Thank you. Thanks, Kev.
Thanks.
The organizer has ended the session, and this call will be disconnected. Goodbye.